Okay, you're thinking, why are we repeating this? Well, I'm repeating it because I want to get rid of it. We can't keep looking at something that doesn't really give us the information. Notice that this state vector here, psi, is represented on this diagram as the magnitude of alpha and the magnitude of beta. And yes, the magnitudes of those will determine where this psi vector shows up on this screen. But there's something that's missing. There's a lot that's missing. 1/2 of this is missing. Bunch of colors. Don't you love it? Here's the 0 basis vector and the 1 basis vector. Those are our two basis states, and the vectors can be combinations of those two basis states as shown here. Well, here's a psi 1 that's made of the magnitude of alpha for the 0 magnitude and beta for the 1 magnitude. Okay, that's just right. And this one happens to have the same magnitudes, magnitude alpha, magnitude beta. So when they're drawn on here, they seem exactly the same. So these arrows must be exactly the same state vector. But look, down here, I've got the psi times the 0 basis vector and the beta magnitude, but then there's this e to the I theta. So this I phi, not theta, but phi is the way I drew it, that is going to be a difference in phase, which you might say, well, who cares about that? I'll tell you who cares about that. We're going to test that in just a little bit by bringing another vector and creating an inner product, and let's see what happens then. All right, I've added one more thing. Here's a phi state vector, and it happens to be this form. It happens to be an alpha 0 minus beta 1 state vector. So what happens if we take the inner product? Now, we haven't talked about the inner product much, but the inner product is how we evaluate what's going on in this space. So these two are not the same because of the fact of this EI phi up here. So if that's the case, why do we bother drawing these arrows? And here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get rid of them right now. Now that's all we need. See, let's just use the symbols and forget about the drawing. You can call it a space if you want to, that you want to try to visualize in your head, but it's really just a way of organizing these symbols. So let's get rid of the arrows, let's get rid of the globes, let's get rid of the drawings, because all they do is confuse the issue.